What it is it's a philosophy of value. How valuable is that? Well, I just went over to Home Depot and bought a cement turtle for my garden. There's a little cement turtle. Now, I just paid 20 bucks for that cement turtle, but I'm not real happy with the way it looks, so I'm gonna go paint it. So I painted all gold colored. Now it's worth $50, and I don't have to leave it out in the garden. Now I can pick up my concrete turtle that's been spray painted gold, and I can move it indoors and use it for doorstop, so the wind won't blow the door closed, and it'll keep the door propped open. Well, that's a $150 doorstop we're talking about there. That's not a junker. It's a good one. It's gold. It's like a turtle. It's so cool. All right. Well, so now we're gonna get very, very, very interested in what's going on here. I'm gonna say, you know, that turtle is so nice. I'm telling you, I don't ever think I've seen a turtle quite that wonderful. Now you know what's going on here. You make it up your mind, right? Yeah, it is a good turtle. So, then what happens? Well, we go and build a pedestal. Really nice, and finish it off, and sand it down, and varnish it, and stain it, and put that turtle right on top of that pedestal. Well, what just happened? You know, that's $500, $600 turtle you're looking at there. That's not the cheap kind of turtles. This is the expensive turtles. Okay, so now we've got the turtle on top of that. Now what are we going to do? Wow, let's get some spotlights coming in here from some angles on that turtle to showcase it. We need a plexiglass box over top of it so nobody will steal it because it's so valuable. And we better put up a silent alarm so if anybody reaches over and touches it and breaks the barrier, it'll set off the alarm. And somebody will come out and make sure nobody's trying to steal it. Right. So, okay, so now we're set. We've got a incredibly valuable object here. Okay, now, oh, I forgot to put a sign on it. This is done by a famous artist named Sky Jones. Well, that sure helped out. Nobody knew until I put that sign on it. And famous artist, yeah, you use that word. Famous is famous. Famous, yeah, somebody knows him. They knew him in high school. Okay, so, you got a tag on there. And all of a sudden you find yourself in a difficult circumstance. Your car was broken down and you need to get another one. But you haven't got anything, you haven't got any money. But you got that $15,000 turtle. And you'd be thinking about that turtle while you're walking down to the bus stop to take the bus. You'd be thinking about that turtle when you're seeing everybody drive by in their cars and you haven't got one. You'd be thinking of that turtle when you say to yourself, how much is that turtle really worth? And the question is answered by, it's worth whatever the market will bear. It doesn't mean a sucker's born every minute, like Barnum and Bailey and all that. No, this is different than that. Value is just perception. There's nothing you can do with a penny. I can pull a penny out of my pocket right now. You can do everything you can think of with it, and it'll add up to nothing. You think, well, surely there's something I can do with this. Yeah, it makes sound. It's a noise instant. Yeah, okay. It's a rhythm instrument. It's a musical instrument. Oh, I get it now. A penny is a musical instrument. Oh. Boy, this is some deep enlightenment we're getting into. So, the question is, one man's ceiling another man's floor? Are you rich or are you poor? Now, if you're rich, everything you touch is valuable and wonderful. Yeah, you're a rich guy. But if you're a poor guy, you ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. Nobody's treating you good. Nobody appreciates what you're trying to do. You just have to work your butt off to get hardly nothing. Yeah. So you have to decide if that's a $5, $10 turtle. You know, one guy took the turtle home and didn't like it. When the neighbor come over, and he says, "Oh, I can't stand it. Here, you take it." He gave it to the neighbor. The neighbor left with the turtle. He took a $15 turtle. He made it worthless with just an attitude. Can you imagine that? And this other guy said, "I really like that Maserati, but all I got is this $150,000 turtle done by a famous artist. If we can work out something, I'd like to cash out some of that equity in that Ferrari with my stone turtle sculpture done by a famous artist. Can we do something?" Well, what you didn't know is that the answer was yes before he even asked the question. Because if he was advertising, he wanted to get rid of something or sell something, he'd already said yes. He already said yes, he would do something. Anything, he had to get rid of it. He's going through a divorce, he's trying to hide assets right now. And you just happen to call him on the phone while he's trying to dump these assets. Mainly, he can't seem to get rid of that Ferrari. But he thinks, well, I'll just trade that Ferrari out for this turtle. What is it? Turtle? Ferrari? What's the difference? Nothing. It's all perceived value. Well, what's a dollar? Is that anything? No, you look at it, it's nothing. There's nothing there. I held it up, I looked at it, I didn't see anything. What is it? Why am I so stupid? Oh, there's my money. Yeah. I have a special wallet I use. It's a rubber band wallet. Look at this. This is just like money, okay? This is real money. Makes you feel good when you have money in your hands. You see me smiling and touching money. That was a 5, there's a 20 here. Watch how much I smile when I touch a 20. Nice, that's 25. 25. Look how much I'm smiling when I got 25 in my hand. Now who said that's 25? Well, this smart ass over here called United States of America, In God We Trust, Lincoln Memorial, Abraham Lincoln, this notice legal tender, and who signed it? The treasurer guy did, and the secretary of the treasurer. So you just got 2 phony signatures on here. Treasurer of the United States and Secretary of the Treasury. And just because they wrote their name on here, it's worth something now. Well, that's the same thing artists do. They write their names on something, on a piece of paper. And then that piece of paper is valuable and it's beautiful. And the truth of the matter is what is this? This a photo? No. It's artwork. You mean there's no real original that looks like that? No. This is all imaginary. This is an imaginary promissory note. We promise to pay. And it says it's legal too. Jeez.